Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Lenovo Tech World India Edition presents dynamic duos for Counter Strike Global Offensive. I'm your host for today, Baba Gusta. With me, I have Aggressive as my co-caster, as we are here to talk about our Wingman tournament for our CSGO fans out there. And I've got to admit, it's been a long time since I've casted CSGO. Aggressive, how are you doing, and how excited are you for this tournament?
I'm excited for one particular reason. Not only is this a tournament with an online format, of course, the teams are going to be getting through, there is, of course, the LAN that is going to be coming up right at the very end for the grand finals. Now, tell me, what is better than hearing CSGO and LAN in the same sentence? And it's been how many years since we last heard this together?
I mean, for me, I
Close to
kind of
what?
feels like it's been
4.
a year. Yeah,
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 it's been a
it's been
while.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been years, and it's a 2v2 tournament. It's a little bit much more on the smaller scale, but still, 2v2 tournaments haven't been a thing in the longest time either. Think about it. CSGO finally making a comeback. We're more than happy to cast this one because it's a big opportunity for a lot of the players and for the entire community to get a resurgence once more and feel out the game. Plus, it's also right around the corner. You know that the game is going to be bigger than ever.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, talk about this tournament itself. It is 2v2, and of course, the format itself is simple as ever. Online tournaments, single LMs. Once we get to our top four teams, those lucky top four teams will get a spot to the LAN event, which will be in Delhi. Out of all places, the capital of India, Delhi, will be the place where we will determine our winner for the dynamic duos. So, those four spots will be hot, and it is definitely a huge full intense competition, that is for sure. Prize pool itself 50,000 INR. That is a big prize pool, and that too it's just a 2v2.
Yep. This 2v2 tournament, you know that the smallest mistakes can easily mean life or death in this entire tournament. Plus, with it being a best of one for the online qualifiers, it's going to be pretty tough for a lot of these teams to get through, but whoever can get through the first arduous task of the first initial batch of matches, you know that they deserve to be on that LAN environment. They deserve to play in front of the crowd who will be cheering them on through the entire process. So, looking at that, I really am interested, Baba, because it's been a while since we've
Mm-hmm.
seen a tournament of this scale for CS. And now when it's something this big, how will the teams be able to cope up? What kind of strategies are we going to be witnessing? Because this was announced a while ago. So a lot of the teams and a lot of the players have time to prep.
Yeah, practice, and also I'm very excited to see that even CSGO being one of the most oldest FPS games of all time, there is always room for improvement. There's always room for changing matters. So I am really excited to see what this a wingman competitive tournament is going to be for our
True.
teams, especially in the India region. So talk about our matches for today. We have a total of four matches, I believe, as we take a look at the schedule itself. The first matchup, which will be Precision Pairs, who will go up against Island Boys, I believe. But no, actually, it's not. It will be Akatsuki versus FGC. Again, apologies. Second matchup, Top GS versus Too Simple, and Team Carnage versus FindOut, which will be the first matchup, which will happen in the afternoon, and 2:15 p.m. for our second matchup, Real OGs versus SlowAimers A. I know when it comes to the names itself, we usually just go with the flow, but I'm really excited to see what the players on both of the sides will show their skills, especially with the huge amount of maps that we have in our CSGO. We still have some of the old ones like Short Cobblestone, Short Dust, and then we also have the new ones, which will be a feast for our casters as well as the players itself to experience the whole new battlefield that we're going to experience.
The new battlefields is, I'm pretty sure, where a lot of the much more experienced teams and the newer teams are going to have that clash. Newer teams, they're going to have that element of surprise, I would say, if they are very well versed and practiced on those particular maps. Because experienced players in general, when it comes down to CS, they like to stick to their old guns. They don't want to stray away on towards the new maps as much. It doesn't feel that good. They are not able to refine it as much in some cases. But we have seen teams start to take a liking towards these newer maps as well. From what I heard recently, Ancient is now one of the most practiced maps in the competitive map pool for a lot of the higher tier teams. They love how Ancient, I don't think they will say they love how Ancient plays, but it's one of those maps that they need to pick up and learn, because with the current map pool and how things have been banned out constantly, things are evolving in more ways than one. And in the Wingman 2v2, that's pretty much the exact same thing. There are comfort picks for pretty much everyone. And there are some particular maps where you don't really want to go to, Lake being one of them. I don't think anyone wants to play 2v2 on Lake, but if we see that, I'm going to be in for a very pleasant surprise.
Yeah, usually when we see Lake, we'd exactly get to see it in either arms race or a different game mode that we see on Counter Strike Global Offensive. But especially on 2v2s, if you're in Lake, it's actually a difficult spot, especially for the T side to even secure the site itself. So they will stick to the old guns, just like you said, aggressive. Cobblestone will be the map for both Akatsuki and FGC, who will be fighting to secure the spot into the LAN event, which will happen in Delhi, folks. So let's not forget, all of the online tournaments that we're going to have is a best of one. So this is single elims. So if they lose Cobblestone, then that means they will be out of the competition for real. And talk about the registration itself. We have more than 100 teams who are competing in this tournament. So there is a lot on the line, high stakes, high rewards, and that's the main reason why there's a huge prize pool for this event, for for the for the first place teams who will secure that prize pool. And not only just that, you'll be able to get to say that you would be the best player for the wingman tournament itself. So we just have to wait and watch for the cobblestone match to happen. And I've got to say, the first match itself, FGC versus Akatsuki, we don't have much information on players' whereabouts, but I do know the map cobblestone itself, it will be filled with a lot of surprises. So biggest question of it all is that once we talk about the new stuff, like you said about ancient, right, aggressive, ancient, even though most of the players would prefer going in with the old maps, many people still prefer playing dust on every single time. But there are some who would like to innovate their gameplay, instead of
True.
just using most of the weaponry, they'll just utilize on having smokes, grenades, or even better yet, molotovs, to force the CT side to lose their site effectively and much
True.
more crucially for the teams to secure. So there is a lot that CSGO has in table, and I'm pretty sure that the teams will be able to showcase their talents, even if it is raw mechanical skills or the strategies, like I remember from the flusher nade on Inferno. That flusher nade, man, it's just, it's a blast from the past. That's all I can say.
Yeah. When you're that smart, CSGO is one of the few games in my eyes, honestly, that really awards creative play. It's such an old game. Think about it. It's been what? How many
Mhm.
years? CS came out in
I believe,
2012. Yeah,
oh
2012.
man, 2012.
2012, and the Counter Strike itself as a game came out in what, 2006. It
Uh-huh.
was ages ago. And
Yep.
every single day, there's probably a new trick being created by someone in the entire world that no one has ever seen. On a map, let's say we can talk about Dust to War Inferno, which is what, almost 8 to 7 years old. You'd think that the map
Hmm.
is now completely dry of ideas, but there's new ideas constantly evolving every single day. That's what CS:GO is like. It's about creativity, and hopefully we can see that coming out from both of these teams as well in this 2v2. A pretty fast take, very standard B-side rush, but oh yeah, I forgot. This is going to be the knife round first to
Hmm.
choose out the sides. It's been a while. But let's see
Yeah.
what side they pick up. Cobblestone is one of those places that I do believe the CCs are gonna be a little bit more of a problem, a little bit more in a problematic fashion if they
Hmm.
take over one of the sides. And yeah, FGC, they're gonna be taken out onto the terrorist side, I do believe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure FGC
Oh,
will just stick on towards the T side. Yeah, there you go. Pistol round is opened up on round number one itself. And interesting enough, we will see most on the T side pushing in. Okay, never mind. Never mind. It was
oh,
just a reset. Everything is looking well and dandy. There you go. round
Did you
is
release?
go on round number one itself. Again, apologies. There you go. Round number one. Interesting choice of weaponry from Yardenu, as he's going to bring in the Berettas. But yeah, apparently we have some technical issues over there, so we're just going to come back to the caster scam again. I'm pretty sure that in the beginning itself I thought we were about to start the matchup itself, but turns out there are some technical issues itself. I mean, believe when it comes to technical issues, it's everywhere. I mean, including me. I just had a technical issue right now early in the morning itself, but I'm glad it just came back up. I'm glad I'll be able to cast the matchups, and again we do have to
True.
apologize for a lot of time being wasted on these technical issues, but we are back, folks. No issues, everything's looking fine, and now we're going to proceed with the round number one. Pistol, that is P250 from actually no P250, just Glocks, and yeah, just the Glocks indeed. Beretas from Yadenu. Interesting from the
Ooh,
long side. Vayam almost gets the headshot too, but not a lot of damage will be led around. But we will see Obito being picked up quite early from the short side. Flash being tossed around, but no, it's just decoy. Pushes will be made. The chicken heart itself will be a very difficult a site to remove, but the first round itself it will go at the hands of FGC.
pretty smart. I would say strong connection, very strong crossfire. They didn't really have to worry about anything there. FGC, they just stayed their positions, and Akatsuki, they spread themselves out a little bit too much and they got caught in it. You need to buddy up whenever you're playing on the terrorist side, and they are feeling the pressure for it pretty much, but this is gonna be a problem. Goodbye. The Max 7's gonna pretty much finish everything off. A grenade to boot, and to finish it off in style. FGC, they're looking quite strong. Pretty good shots and a good, strong strategy to start things off. They're reading into the playstyles just a little bit here, but then again, when you're on the terrorist side, you need to be careful and you need to try and play for information. Util usage is key. And FGC, they're making sure they use the utility and the map to their advantage.
Yep, classic textbook style. If you don't have info, you're basically gonna have a hard time. That is for sure. So, round number three, it will be rifles, and once again, Tope Singh, he's definitely not going to leave off that site very easily for the T sides. But if they get control of it, it will be much more difficult for his teammate Vayam to hold his side because he has the open hand. So he needs to provide good amount of support and information. I believe that
Ooh,
could help him
nice shot.
provide one. There you go. There goes Yardeno. Again, important kills from FGC's end. Since they've secured already 2 rounds, their economy will be looking good.
Ooh.
Second won't be able to secure the kill itself, and the P90 definitely does not help him in long-range gunfights.
Yeah, this is gonna be pretty tough. What, 3 headshots to try and get a kill there? Not really the position that you want to be in. Topa Singh gets that final kill onto Obito. And Akatsuki, not really the strongest start. A bit more of a one-dimensional approach is really hurting them here, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't say it's over just yet. You gotta be in that proper mindset and understand that, hey, we still have a lot more rounds to play, a bunch more opportunities to play around with. The Molly did miss. That gives him the opportunity to fully swing out, but the flash is gonna be good. Catches out one, the smoke is better. And now they're finally going to be able to cross, but Topasek, good for the shots. Viam's going to be able to use that opportunity to go in for the final plays, and Oviedo stuck in a corner, doesn't know where to turn. And this chicken hut is so difficult for them to break into. They need a flash to try and get him off the angle. And that one particular angle is what's really causing the members of Akatsuki to just get stuck. They can't run out. They can't do anything.
And the Molotov itself from the previous round is going to deal a lot of damage, but Tope Singh, his main aim was to use the Molotov right from the top side, but he's going to miss his mark slightly a bit, but at least on the bright side, he'll be able to lose a lot of time. And once again, Vayam, he's definitely not going to leave that site to the hands of Akatsuki. Once again, Obito, last man standing, P19 hand, no utilities, no smokes, no nothing. Info will be given, and FGC straight 5 wins back to back on CT.
I would have expected them to go in for a wraparound from the counter-terrorist spawn. They had an opportunity to do so, of course. Maybe pressuring them from multiple different sides, could be the better option because FGC, they just have all the control in the entire world. And this chicken hut is so strong for FGC right now that unless a proper flash comes in, maybe with a lineup or a good pop flash from one of the teammates and then a swing out, nothing's going to change. That's why Cobblestone is so difficult to break into. Good shots from Topa Singh. Pristine aim from the players. Bayam does miss a shot, but Topa is already there. He has the angle. He has the understanding. He just gets the free kills that he needs. Good plays.
Mhm. For Akatsuki, I'll give them credit. They're buying smokes. They're at least blocking one line of sight, but they at least have to follow it up with a single use of flashbang. They're not currently
Yeah.
using that, and because of it, Akatsuki is not only losing their matchup, not only just the rounds, they're also losing a huge chunk of money. Now they're back with scouts and just AKs. Oh, beautiful
Oh,
shot with the scout.
no
That is
way.
the opening that Akatsuki needs. Now they can just push freely. Op has been eliminated entirely. Now it's all at the hands of Top Singh. Now, here's the biggest problem. Top Singh has been on point with his shot. Oh, yeah, Deno, he's gonna
Oh,
lose that
no.
gunfight. Oh, that is so unexpected. And now, once again, FGC at a standstill. 1v1. The scout really powerful at long range. But if you miss a headshot, that's exactly where Top Singh could get the advantage. He still has the AK in hand, but he has his sights,
Oh,
misses
no.
it
Position's
one.
gone.
And Top Singh, oh boy, possession's been given away. And just like that, FGC will secure the round without facing any issues at all. Op won't be recovered. But for Akatsuki, they had the opportunity. They had a beautiful shot with the scout. But Top Singh was the one who had to recover it. And once again, Akatsuki are they're just left again at a very difficult spot. Only decoys and smoke.
They must suck between a rock and a hard place at this stage. Bayam has a perfect angle for it, but one good pre-fire and he's pretty much down in the waters. Needs to try and get the cross in, but Top Singh, he already knows. He's expecting this play. They've been doing it constantly through the entire roundup. And through the smoke, he is able to find one kill. Aggressive plays is very much necessary. And that's one fight that he will take and he will win. Spots out the last player, Obito, stuck at 74 HP. What can he do to try and turn this one around? Top Singh already wrapping around, trying to maybe play it aggressive, but no, he's playing it defensive. He just wants to win in a clean, almost successful fashion. They're not going to give anything away here, Baba.
Yeah, but here's the problem. For Obito, if he chose to, save the round, he's going to lose a lot of cash. So he needs to go in for the kill. And Vayam will just patiently wait itself. So at the end of first half, it's actually a flawless half in itself for FGC. 8-0. Now with the sides, see FGC he on match point here aggressive. So you could say the first match itself, it's a very huge huge clean sweep itself. But we're just gonna wait and watch. Grenades from Top Singh. I'm pretty sure that FGC is here to end it all. So quick aggro rush from B shot. Should do the trick again. Pushes with the tech
Whoa,
knife.
whoa, whoa!
Some accurate shots. A lot of
Whoa!
damage from the defensive side, but it will be Obito who will secure one. Nade to secure Obito two. Good frag outs being made. But yeah, they know he needs to be careful with the info game. He's gonna lose it, and Vayam will casually peek and get the kill for FGC to proceed with the next phase. A flawless match win on Cobblestone in the first matchup, folks. FGC will proceed in the next phase. Akatsuki, unfortunately, couldn't handle the
Mhm.
pressure which was happening in the chicken coop. So, boy, that's exactly what happens when you don't bring smokes and flashbangs, because that's the only weakness for an AWP, though, especially in long range.
You need to have some proper lineups. You need to understand the powerful positions that your opponents are holding before you can try to take over a site. And Akatsuki, you could see that they were not as well versed on this particular map. Maybe their other maps were a lot more stronger than this particular one. So let's give them the benefit of the doubt. A pat on the back and just say, you guys tried. Maybe there are more tournaments coming around in the corner. So just keep on practicing, keep on learning, and maybe you're going to have a lot more opportunities there. But for FGC, they just had it under control. They took the counter terrorist side, knowing that, hey, We have a strong op on our hands. Why don't we just set him up, let him walk into us, and he's just going to be able to get those free frags. And if he does get taken out, we have Topsing, who's so phenomenally good with the rifle. He's playing aggressive. He's giving utility. So Viam just doesn't have to do anything. He's going to be a stationary turret inside of the coop, and he's just going to wait. The plan was perfect. The strategy was good. And they're going to be able to breeze through the first half of this entire tournament. Nicely done.
Yeah, that's the thing about teamwork, right? It's always yin and yang. Unless and until you don't play as a team, Counter Strike will definitely be difficult. Not every single rounds would end up being individual plays, but if you have great aim, yes, and if you have great aim, sure, you could be able to secure a 1v2 clutch. But once you have smokes and flashbangs that would end up losing a lot of line of sight, then it's going to be difficult for you guys. And I've
True.
got to say, for the players on the side of Team Akatsuki, don't be disheartened. I know that most of the matchups, when you see tournaments like this, you're expected to be at you know expected to be at a major disadvantage, especially when you're new to the scene, and when it comes to the tournament wise, when be in the tournament for the first time, the first thing that you'd expect is fear of, yes, I might be able to make a play, but there are people watching, watching the stream. What's going to happen if I make a failed play? What's going to happen if I lose the match?
Yep.
Trust me, it's all about the experience, folks. If you get good
True.
amount of experience in the tournament, you will automatically know what to do in the next future matchup. So Akatsuki, well played. I still have to give credit to the scout, or the scout headshot that they did in the chicken coop. But all in all, it
Hmm.
was a great effort from Akatsuki. But for FGC, it always relied on their strategies. The nades was perfect, the smoke to block lines of sight, which is good, the Molotov to force the T side to force on one particular lineup, which was very easier for the opera to secure most
True.
of those kills. So everything was just perfectly done from FGC, and I cannot wait to see them in their next future matchups, where we still have a lot of teams left, right? Aggressive, we still have the three matchups left to go, and I'm pretty sure those three matchups will be an interesting one to look at.
That's for certain. We do try and pick up the best games possible for your viewing pleasure. Of course, at such early stages, almost all the matches have a tendency of being a stomp. Like, come on, we can't make every single match fair and square all the time now, can we? But let's go through the qualifiers. Let's go to the top fours. That's when the teams will start to be a lot more even, and that's where the strategies will start to kick in. Raw mechanical skill can only take you so far when it comes down to a game like Counter Strike. There's a lot of depth to it. You need to understand how to use your utility properly. Now, imagine a situation where Akatsuki had a proper lineup to land the smoke straight up in front of the chicken coop. That would have been a completely different story, with the smoke falling in and a flash coming in towards the left side. The op just couldn't peek anymore. Topsing would have been on his own, where he would have gotten traded, and the op couldn't have gotten easy value. There were a lot of different options that they could have played around with, but a very one-dimensional approach is what really took them down. That's what teams need to be wary of. Counter Strike, the game about adaptability, understanding your opponent's positions, and then using your utility to try and flush them out of those strong positions and make them do something very uncomfortable. That's how you need to play. And FGC, they did a pretty good job, solid hold, but I really want to see how they adapt down the line. Looking back
Yep.
towards the next matchup, though, I do believe what was the matchup that we're gonna have right after this?
I'm pretty sure that the first matchup that we have, Akatsuki versus FGC, was the first matchup, and yeah, I think the second map, as I'm trying to get the info right here, folks, again. Yeah, the second matchup is Top GS, who's going to go up against Too Simple. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that would be a second matchup, folks. Top GES versus Too Simple. And once again, we have no information on players, players play
Yeah.
style and stuff, but we'll get to see it once we go live. But talk about the first matchup itself. Akatsuki versus FGC, flawless round win, 9-0, I believe that was the score count. And now the second matchup, Top GS versus Too Simple. The winner of that will be able to go up against the similar teams, though. Let's take a look at the scoreboard itself and see the MVP of the whole matchup itself. 9-0, top Sing at 11 kills, a single death, of course, from the CT side. Akatsuki, only 2 kills from Obito. Yardenu, he tried his level best. had the P90, but unfortunately when it comes to P90, it usually helps in short range, or maybe if
Yeah,
you're
not on
going in
that
for
front
a
though.
rush. But for long range it's best to use rifles, maybe a Galil or an AK-47. But it's all about the experience, like I said. But Obito, on the other
Yeah.
hand, he tried his level best, 2 kills. But in the end, it will be Top Singh who will be on the top of the leaderboards, 11 kills, and Vayam with a total of 7 kills for the first matchup.
Pretty strong start for both of these teams. And hey, if you're that confident, keep it up. Make sure to carry this confidence forward in the following rounds, because this is just the first step of this entire tournament. You still have a lot more matchups to play through, and you got to remember there are no more second chances, no lower brackets, no nothing. You got to take it here, you got to take it now. And as we are soon going to be coming up with the next team, I do love their names. Top G's versus Too Simple. Come on,
Mhm.
good names all around. So maybe their players, they have the same level of performance when it comes down to their server.
Yep. It's always about the confidence. So we're just gonna wait and watch to see what's gonna happen for second matchup. Until then, folks, we'll be taking a short little break, and we'll be right back after the second matchup. Stay tuned.
Hey, we can run away. You say you want to. You wanna go back, wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo Tech World India Edition presents Dynamic Duos Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament. And it's going to be your boy Aggressive here with Baba Gusta on my side, bringing you the second matchup for the day. And honestly, the first matchup wasn't as hype as we were expecting to start off the tournament, but hey, that's completely fine. Qualifier stages, you know the jazz. It's going to be a little bit uneven, but maybe the second matchup is where things get a little bit more spicy. What do you think, Baba? Because the names, yeah, Seedha Ghar Pe going up against Too Simple. It was Top G's before, but apparently Top G's had
Yeah,
some issues, so they couldn't play.
yeah. So yeah, I believe the second matchup is going to be none other than Seedha Ghar Pe versus Too Simple. The second matchup itself is the first match where we did get to witness Akatsuki not being able to have a good day at all. FGC with some good
Sadly.
strategies on a short cobblestone, they will secure their first matchup. Now the second match itself, Seedha Garpe versus Too Simple, will be a I mean, we only have like two options. One, it could either be an interesting matchup, or it could be as similar as the matchup that we'd expected from Akatsuki versus FGC, which is a flawless first map win. But I'd like to keep it positive. I'd like to keep it fresh, and I'm pretty sure that both the teams, Seedha Ghar Pe and Too Simple, will pretty sure give us a good matchup on our end. Don't you think, Aggressive?
We can hope for the best. Like, come on. When it comes down to the qualifier stages, we shouldn't really get our hopes up as much. It's like a gem to find a good qualifiers matches in most cases for every single tournament. And we've been through our fair share of tournaments now, haven't we, Baba? But hopefully this is going to
Hmm.
be a little bit different. Napido already coming in to play. It is going to be Short Dust, which gets picked up to be the home turf for this matchup. And hey, we are not going to dilly-dally at all. We're going to be jumping straight down over into the game. It's going to be fast. It's going to be clean. And hopefully, both of these teams, they have something in store for us. I already see skins,
Yep.
and you know what that means. Having skins equals to having skill.
Well, I mean, could be either that, but we just have to wait and watch and see which team will it favor to, especially on the pistol
Dude, I
round.
love that.
First kill
I love
itself,
that name.
it's Rickshaw Peak, but ooh, Nick Ace though. 2 kills back to back. It's in the name, Aggressive. It is Nick
Rickshaw
Ace.
Peak.
Exactly. I mean, this
Dude,
is
I
like
love that name.
The
That
third
alone is the
definition of
best
peak.
thing.
I mean, I still remember you were the one who invented Bugatti Peak, and now Seedha Ghar Pe is like, you know what? We have Rickshaw Peak. You haven't seen a Rickshaw Peak just yet, but we're about to see that in round number 2, folks. Scouts in hand, Rickshaw Peak again. Peeking it with the scout, sees the head, beautiful shot. There
Ooh.
goes Spawn. Now sight is in the hand. They even have the info. Turns out this match is definitely going to be an interesting one. Host plan it is. Rickshaw Peak down at the hands of Nick Ace once again. And I'm pretty sure that Nick Ace is showing how it's done on round number 2 itself. Defusal will be made to Simple once again with the help of Nick Ace will secure 2 rounds. 2 important rounds though for them to put themselves on the lead.
Nice aim though from Rickshaw Peak. The readjustment was perfect. I would have to say, pretty close when it comes down to the raw mechanical skill. Both of these teams are taking things down to a 1v2 or a 1vx scenario. Nick Ace! Oh my god, Rickshaw Peak, what was that shot? The scout god himself is now on top of the server, ladies and gentlemen. He is making sure we feel the pain. And Seedha Ghar Pe look to be taking one round for themselves. It's not
Oh
good enough
my
for
God.
that spray transfer. God damn, both of these teams are absolutely insane. Cracked out when it comes down to the aim and also the game sense. Good shots, man. Nicely done.
Man, it is so difficult to do a spray transfer. Many people would usually think that it's
He
actually
didn't even
easy job to do, but
crouch.
yeah, he didn't even crouch at that too. So doing the spray transfer and understanding the recoil is a very difficult thing to do. And I mean, these 2 players from the side of Too Simple are just making it look so easy though. But for Seedha Ghar Pe, once again, they're facing a major problem. So Rickshaw Peak once again only having deagles in hand. But when it comes to utility-wise, Rickshaw Peak has 2 flashbangs and a smoke. So all he requires is a single headshot. Get the important kill. A headshot will be made too, taking out Nick Ace, but you still have Spawn providing cover, giving a good amount of defense. And once again, we will see Too Simple currently in the auto rickshaws backseat.
You just had to do it, didn't you?
Mhm.
Slow and steady wins the race, but for Too Simple, they're just taking fights like it's nobody's business. The swings are fast, it's gonna be systematic, and look at it Spawn once more. He's just swinging out, he's just taking duels, and he does not care. Jawed getting caught with his pants down a little bit there. Pretty much didn't know what to do in that scenario, and Too Simple, they're just so fast when it comes down to these takes. Swift, clean, precision all around. Just look at these guys. They're doing whatever they can to take over the map. And Too Simple, they're already on 6. Wait, did we just start the game? Why is it over already?
Oh man, that Molotov is definitely going to be. But Rickshaw Peak once again with 2 Ds to seal the deal for Seedha Ghar Pe. Finally, they will answer back with their first round win on the T side. It was an eco round, but I'm pretty sure that Rickshaw Peak has done whatever he could to put themselves back.
He did
in
the Rickshaw
game.
Peak.
Yeah, he definitely did the Rickshaw Peak indeed. Aggressive. Once again, Too Simple.
Whoa,
They
whoa,
are
whoa, whoa.
putting the pedal to the metal when it comes to being aggressive. Nick Ace out the up. Hip fire won't be able to secure it, but the grenade does, ending the first half on a 7-1 score line. Especially on a map like Short Dust, when you see a 7-1, that does not mean it's out. Just, I mean, Seedha Ghar Pe is out just yet, right? City side, it kind of looks like CTs have much more control and firm grip on their hands, especially with the good utility usage that they did. Every single round you see, they always place an incendiary grenade, always from the B shot. So for the Garpe, they don't have any utilities, only decoys and pistols in hand. All it requires is a single shot to the head, but Spawn just denies
Spawn
it
is
and
so
gives
good.
match point for Simple Man. 8-1.
Are
Seedha Ghar Pe,
we?
once again, they're facing major problems here.
Why does it feel as though we've already found one of the top contenders of this entire tournament? It's rare that we see one of the best teams or one of the best players in the entire tournament right off the bat. And I feel as though Too Simple could just be one of those teams. Just look at the raw mechanical skill and also teamwork. They're playing off of each other, they're swinging, they're taking duels, and they are being a little bit too overeager. The caster's curse could be a little bit too real, but Too Simple, they're already in position. And yep, they're able to win it. Look at them. That was fast, that was clean, that was quite simple, right?
Yep. And yeah, unfortunately for Seedha Ghar Pe, it was unfortunate for them because they're the ones who
They
will be
did go.
eliminated. So, yeah,
Just do it,
they
just do it. I know you want to say it. I know you want to say it.
I
Just do it.
don't want to do it, all right? I just feel bad
Just
for it.
become the
But still,
CCB for a day. Just become CCB for a day.
yeah, I mean, let's just say they just went Seedha Ghar Pe. All right, there you go. But yeah,
Done.
all in all, I
You got
still
it out of your
gotta,
system.
I admit, I still gotta, put some props for, Seedha Ghar Pe, especially for the scout plays that we witnessed. But
Hmm.
eight, I mean, they did secure one kill at least, especially from the rickshaw peak, which was really good from the scouts and the deeks. But all in all, utility wise, I'd say that Too Simple were really good when it comes to using their molotovs, especially forcing most of the players from Seedha Garpe to push in all the way towards the long side to plant in from the A side.
True.
So they had great information in the first place. Mid control was always in the hands of CT. I mean, it's always at the hands of CT, unless and until the T side don't have any control of it. The CT side always have the information no matter what. So you just have to play around the corners. You just have to play in the side, try to play some mind games, use some smokes maybe to try to, hold their ground as best as they possibly can. And Seedha Garpe, while they were on the attack side, we did get to see some good utility usage. I mean, we did get to see some smokes being blocked out, but you could say that Too Simple, they were always applying a lot of pressure because especially on a map like Short Dust, it's always short range gunfights, especially on the A side. And if you want to contest the T side who are planning the bomb, well, from the CTs, and they have to play fire with fire, and that's exactly what Too Simple did. They secured the kills, and they ended up securing the match as well.
It's pretty much just an absolute steamroll. But then again, it did look like a steamroll in one case, but on the other side, the members of Seedha Ghar Pe, they had very good mechanical skill, I would say, especially from Riksha Peak. The man was insane when it came down to his shots, but I do believe they rushed it a little bit too much. They didn't put a lot of thought into a lot more of their pushes, while on the other side, Too Simple, they were throwing nades, they were throwing mollies, they were doing everything that they could to get a competitive advantage and a competitive edge against each and every one of those players. And I'm really hoping to see what they can do moving on down the line because as I just stated back in the very starting phases, that we have already possibly seen one of the best teams in this entire tournament right off the bat. And if this is the level of performance they can bring down to the table, going up against much more seasoned teams down the line, it could be quite different. Let's head on down over to the scoreboard in just a little bit here, ladies and gentlemen. But looking back at it, I'm pleasantly surprised. It was a pretty good match.
I mean, although it was a 9-1 in the end, you still gotta give props to when it comes to their raw mechanical skill, in which they exactly did that. There's no agreeing to it. But when it comes to a huge prize pool of 50,000 rupees on the line, and you've got to showcase that you are the best, especially in the India region, there is a lot of chance. I mean, there's always pros and cons. There's always ups and downs. And for from the side of the team Seedha Ghar Pe, they were showing some great plays, especially in the first half. But in the end it's always but in the end it will be too simple who will end up securing that matchup nonetheless. So yeah, that is our two matchups quickly done and dusted. Let's take a look at the scoreboard once again and see the MVP. It will be Spawn with 11 kills and 0 deaths. Actually, no, 3 deaths, I believe. We did get to see Rickshaw Peak
No,
make
zero
some
deaths.
incredible plays, 6 kills. And yeah, Nick Case, on the other hand, he was the one who was you know getting good amount of clutches too, and the spray
Hmm.
transfer that we did get to witness from the M4 silencer.
Spawn. Yeah. And for everyone else, it's just so hard to control in some cases. But for Spawn, the man just did not even care. Spray transfers galore. He's been doing everything here, and hopefully he's going to be able to carry this performance forward for his following matchups. But for the members of Seedha Ghar Pe, I really hope they keep on playing because I want to see much more potential, much more plays coming in from Rickshaw Peak down the line in more tournaments. If he does come back, hey, we're going to be able to meme his name to the ends of the earth.
Hmm. Well, for now, we just have to focus on our third matchup, which will be Team Carnage versus FindOut. And for that to happen, we just have to take a short little break once again, folks, and we'll be right back with the third matchup.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Lenovo Tech World India Edition presents Dynamic Duos Counter-Strike Global Offensive Tournament. It's going to be your boy Aggressive with Baba Gusta once again back on the hot seat. And after two, let's say, first one, not as intense. Second one, very intense when it comes down to the raw mechanical skill. And now the third match that could be either an up or down, could be very close, could be quite passive. We never really know. That is why it's called Dynamic Duos. It could be an incredible synergy between two people who are able to completely outclass their opposition, or it could be people camping around the corner. We never really know. That is what CSGO does to you. You'll find a plethora of different players, plethora of different play styles, and hopefully Team Carnage going up against Team FindOut will be a difference maker compared to the other two matches. Hopefully a little bit more of a close affair, or maybe it could be another whitewash. You never really know.
Well, we had both our matches ended up on 9091 on both Cobblestone and Short Dust. Now we just have to wait and watch, see whether if we might go in for the newer maps or we could see the same map once again. Because usually when you see maps like Wingman, you'd usually go with the maps that you'd recognize a lot, maybe, once you understand exactly how how much of good map awareness you have on one specific maps, it could definitely help. And once again, we're going to see Cobblestone being picked up, and Lake, I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that map ever again. I mean, it's been banned already from the first itself. Carnage and Team Carnage banning out Boyard and Chalice will be banned. We haven't seen Boyard and Chalice a lot. I mean, usually we'd see Short Dust and
I actually
Cobblestone,
like
but
Boyard.
for the third match itself, we will see Cobblestone, and we're definitely not wasting any time at all, folks. We will see Carnage on the T side. Round one is a go, starting off with a pistol. Let's see who will take charge.
Pretty much the standard take. Smoke's a little bit haywire, but maybe mechanical skill is going to be good. Bra gets taken. Okay, good shots from either side, and Carnage are able to hold a jump up from the top, but did he try to take off the silencer by accident?
It was a misclick, that is for sure. That has to be.
Yeah, Carnage is going to be able to punish it.
Yeah, that is definitely not a good way to start things out, especially from the CT side. And looks like Carnage is bringing out his trusty shotgun. Oh, very deadly in close range. The Nova shotgun is very deadly on that particular range up, especially towards 1 to 5 meter range. I believe it is very deadly. Even if you have like a Kevlar armor or not, even if you do have a helmet, it is still one-shot headshot potential damage, almost similar to a scout and a knob. The only difference is the damage drop-off. But round number 3, FindOut really needs to be careful on short range gunfights, because Carnage once again gets caught out. Oh boy, the adaptations on FindOut is really good, but they still need to secure it. 1v1 post plant. Sage, what would be the response? Oh no, UMP. Oh, he just needs to be
confused.
and
what
he
just
does
happened
not.
there?
Not quite sure. Maybe a misclick once again, and this time it's FindOut who gets the advantage.
A lot of things are happening in this match that I cannot explain. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, back at home, but pretty much this is... it's CSGO in a nutshell. This is what happens in this game. There are moments that you can explain. There are moments that you can easily figure out what's happening throughout the entire game. But there are moments like that you cannot really hold on to. And Sage Mode, good when it comes out of the taps, controls it. Does find a kill out of it, and now Wave pretty much stuck on an island. He needs to try and figure this one out. It is a 1v1, of course. Carnage did go out with a blaze of glory, pretty much. And now Sage Mode, he's at very low levels of HP. He needs to get a one-tap to try and make this one work. And Wave, he's trying to play it smart. How will this one go down? The bomb is now in his grasp. He's just playing the top side. Sage Mode's going to be able to pick up the bomb. He had the timing for it. Now he's able to go in for the plant and a proper post plant as well.
There you go. At least on the bright side, Sage Mode will at least confirm post plant. And Wave just requires one shot to the body or maybe to the leg, but he dodges it at the right time. Has info, and he will secure that kill. No problems, no worries, no rush. And Wave, once again, still Molotov in hand, but he's going to defuse it nonetheless. So, out of 2 matches that we've had, ending things off on 9-1 on Cobblestone, 9-0 on Short Dust. Now, on match number 3, Cobblestone, we are seeing an equalizer here, aggressive, 2-2.
Moment closer already from both of these teams. Mistakes being made from each side and punishments being dished out as well on a regular basis. But now, hopefully, the buys are a lot more better. We do see double scouts coming out into play. Bro has this much more stronger weaponry. Does find a shot, and goddamn, Sage Mode. He's been going nuclear when it comes down to his kills. Good shots coming out from him. He already spotted out the player, but the tunnel vision is a little bit too big. He wants to go for the shot. He does for that body tag, but not the head, and it's going to be Wave to go in for the punishment. 3-2 and FindOut. They're keeping things competitive here. Another round for them. A pretty smart play from the members of Carnage as well.
Yeah, for FindOut, blocking that line of sight was very important. With the help of Paul, they covered up the entire of B shot, but here comes the XM shotgun, the semi-auto. Starting to love bringing those kinds of new weaponry. And I'm pretty sure that FindOut has to be careful on short-range gunfights, because shotguns dominate short-range gunfights. Unless and until if you're very precise at aiming headshots. And for CTs, if they lose the round, they only have M4 in hand. So they really have to figure out 8 different ways to secure it. Once again, we will see Bra going in for a safe by this time. No weapons, Sage Mode, headshot to remove the players off from the fountain. Oh no, Carnage. They're going in for the knife. Oh, shanked from behind. And Carnage will make good use of that chaos.
It's just quick and simple. When it comes down to the teams, they already know what to do. They know the map, and they're using it to the best of their own capabilities. Pretty much a complete another wraparound from each sideline. Now, once more, the members of Carnage, they're just trying to go in for a rush. Spotted on one of the players. Maybe the shot is going to be good. Sage Mode, couple of tabs. Does get the tag, though. And that P90, it needs to be cycled to the other play. He does not have enough to make this one work. I mean, it's good at Sage Mode with the flick. Nice shot. And now right-hand sided flick as well. Those are not easy to hit. It's Carnage. They're looking to close things out as fast as they possibly can. But bruh, he has something different planned. Good for the first kill. And now he's looking for the final.
Yeah, Sage Mode has got to play this safe, because if he loses this, especially on post plant, this could be devastating from the CT side. Flash beautifully done to block lines of sight, but he doesn't want to give the kill just yet. Okay, I'm quite confused, but I'm pretty sure that Carnage will secure it.
Doesn't have a
or
kid.
do they not? Oh no, he doesn't have a kid. That's unfortunate. Carnage will put themselves in the lead here, folks. 5-3. That would be the end of the first half. Finally, we're actually getting to see a lot of back and forth wins coming in from both the sides. FindOut, sure, they have to be careful on the shotgun plays that we are witnessing here from Carnage. Once we saw the Nova, second we saw the XM shotgun. So if they can predict exactly what kind of weapon he's going to use, I'm pretty sure at the end of the pistol round he's going to bring in the Nova. So either a flashbang or a grenade should help from the side of FindOut to help them with the run. But Carnage, oh no, he doesn't have any info. Oh boy. Aggressive plays.
1 HP though.
Gets one, a quick frags, both of them on low HP. All it requires is one body shot. Frag grenade will miss it. And he will get the kill. My god. Such close encounters and such aggressive play styles we're witnessing here from the T side. But FindOut, unfortunately, will lose the battle.
A lot of interesting plays are happening throughout both of these teams. But hey, at the bare minimum, they're having fun, right? Going in for knife kills, going in for flash peeks. Like, they're just not trying to out-aim each other. And oh my god! Yeah, this is why you buy armor. You don't want to deal with stuff like that. That aim punch was insane coming in from the other side of it. And they're gonna be hurting for this. No scopes are good. Carnage is looking for the style kill. He's still not able to find it though. Just to wrap around, maybe go for one more shot. Close quarters go bad. He does find the no scope over onto another. He's still the bullets for it. And oh my god, a no scope headshot to finish things off. And Carnage, he is going in for the style points in this tournament. Dynamic duo, make it a dynamic single. It's Carnage. He is single-handedly tearing through the entire server in his own fashion.
First the flashbang, now this. Oh man. And that too, the first scout shot that you saw from Carnage was a collateral. Both of them were low on HP. All it required for him is to just get one more body shot. That's all it needs.
Oh, now he's one
Carnage, he is... Oh man, he is definitely in for a fun time, but no, Wave just said, nope, not happening. You know, you've had your fun time with the scouts, you've had your fun time with the Zeus, enough is enough. It's time that you find out the terror from the T side. 4-7, Carnage, 2 rounds required for securing map Cobblestone. And here comes the Nova. Aggressive playstyle. Zeus definitely not working out. Sage,
oh,
no, he's
get up!
Oh no!
You gotta
The timing was not that good. Nova. Oh, the timing didn't work out well for him. Carnage is gonna lose his life, and now Sage is gonna give away his intentions too. The Nova definitely gets
shot. What? How does he? I don't get it. What? I mean, sure, I guess, right?
Yep.
It's match point.
That's the best part about Nova. Many people cannot expect how good of a shotgun it is. It's basically a mini scout. You just need to aim it right into the head. That's how powerful the Nova shotgun is.
Good tag to the body. Just needs one more to try and find this. Timing is everything. He does find the double shot to the body. He just needs to expect this swing. They're both very low on HP. He could just switch to the USP if he wants to here. He has the angle for it. Yep, the timing is good. The USP's gonna be cleaning up one. But now very low on HP. The headshot is key, but he's not gonna be able to make it happen. Wave does find the clutch. 5 and 8 as Carnage. What's the game plan now? They don't really have a lot of money to play around with here. But maybe with this FAMAS, things could be looking up.
You also have the insanity from Carnage, so maybe he could at least, you know, deny the push from the T side, but he also needs to be careful. Because FindOut are definitely going in very aggressive. Zeus once again in the hands. Smoke, good lineup to, you know, block lines aside from the coop, I believe. But still gotta be careful on a short range too. Carnage playing it very safe as possible, but turns out Sage mode will get caught out from Wave. He's now all by himself. Only has the Zeus and a USP in hand. No information. Both lines of sight being blocked. Zeus definitely not working out. And Carnage definitely needs to find a different way, because that Zeus is definitely not working out at that specific range.
Yeah, he needs to get a lot more closer. You'd think that the Zeus would have a bit more range, but honestly, this thing is pretty much on knifing distance, if I remember properly, right?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Good tag.
Once again, those tags are so precise from Sage. And Carnage is just utilizing the scout so well, forcing the T side to remove most of the amount of HP that they require to at least tank a damage or two. So for the
Oh no,
CT
not
side,
again.
all they required is just one body shot, and Wave will actually secure a headshot, an important one. There goes Sage and the scout, which means the Deagle still has a chance to secure this 1v2. Smoke's being thrown out, lines of sight being blocked, which means that FindOut will get the possession of the B site. Smokes once again being used, and Carnage will get forced to play in short range. Body shot required. Will get one. That gets the
Oh,
second two. Ho,
oh,
ho. Two headshots back
crispy
to back.
deeds.
And just like that, folks, Carnage will end things up with a 9-6 scoreline on short cobblestone. They will head off to the next phase. And what a performance do we get to see from Carnage?
Yep. That was clean all around. Good shots, and they were having fun doing it all too. That is what really matters at the end of the day. You can see that both of these teams, they just were in the zone and they were having fun at the same time. Carnage on the other side, not really controlling their economy as much, but at that stage, if you have aim that good, do you really need to control your economy? Maybe just polish up a little bit more, I would say, but in some ways, I don't think they were taking that seriously either. Going in for knives, Zeus kills, like, come on. It is what it is, especially when it comes down to the qualifying stages.
I mean, that's the thing, right? If you have fun, you'll even have more chances to win a lot. So having that positive thinking and just playing it on your specific strengths definitely help you in your
True.
next future rounds. But definitely from the side of Team Find Out, they should not be disheartened about this. Team Carnage, on the other hand, definitely they stay true to their name. Though the amount of chaos that we've witnessed on short cobblestone is definitely a sight to see for the rest of the teams who will be competing in this tournament. So definitely they'll be having a tough time. So we already have our three matches completed. We have Team Akatsuki, Team Too Simple, who will proceed into the next phase, and the third match, Team Carnage. These three teams will proceed into the next phase, but we still have a lot of teams that are still available. And we still have one last matchup left, which will be Team Real OGs, who will go up against Team SlowAimers. The winner of that will proceed into the next phase, and only top four teams will be selected, or should I say, have a free ticket to Delhi. I mean, it's a LAN event.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have a lot of people cheering
Yep.
for you guys. It's a 2v2 wingman. And also, let's not forget the prize pool itself, 50,000 rupees. That is a lot, especially on a wingman tournament.
Yep, that's a lot of moolah that you're trying to go and fight. Plus, getting an opportunity to do it in front of a crowd, now that is something that you cannot give up on. A lot of the teams, they are going to go through thick and thin to try and make it through to this land. Because don't forget, you're fighting through the best the country has to offer to get a chance to play in this land. And in a 2v2 tournament format, there are a lot of different mistakes that could happen, and one mistake can cost you pretty much everything. Team Carnage, they do make the mistakes, but at the end of the day, if they're having fun doing it, it's completely fine. But hopefully, they polish things out and bring in something a little bit more serious down the line. You never really know. But hey, it was a fun watch, I would say. Knives, Zeus, and of course, insane shots coming in from Sage Mode. They have the aim for it. And if they just build the game sense, things could be drastically more different down the line.
Yeah, it's like we just have to wait and watch and see what's going to happen. So let's take a look at the scoreboard once again for match number 3 between Team Carnage and Find Out. Once again, Carnage will be on the top of the leaderboards with 10 kills, with Sage Mode having 12. Carnage currently in currently in top, mainly because he did defuse two of the C4s. So for Team Find Out, 11 kills to Wave, impressive performance from him, and also Bruh with a total of 8. All in all, I have to say that despite the two matches that we've had, both of them ending out on a 9-0, 9-1, this match was really interesting, especially from Carnage's end, where you get to see a lot of innovative play style being made, especially from Carnage's end. Novas, XM shotguns. We
Mm-hmm.
do get to see some certain amount of utilities being used, but there was a lot of smoke that could block a lot of lines of sight. Find out where
True.
mainly playing for a lot of long range gunfights, whereas Carnage was just doing a bit of mix and match. Sometimes they're doing short range
True.
gunfights, sometimes they're doing long, sometimes they play aggressive, sometimes they don't. It's always about changing changing strategies. That Find Out was having a lot of difficulties to cope up with those strategies, and they eventually did
True.
ended up buying out from the tournament. Unfortunate, but for Carnage, they will definitely be happy about this.
Guaranteed. When you think about the overall scale of this tournament, this is just one tip of the iceberg. We still have a bunch more games, but before we get into the last and final game of the day, we're going to take a short little break, ladies and gentlemen, to set everything up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lenovo Tech World India Edition presents Dynamic Duo for Counter-Strike Global Offensive. We are back with the final matchup for day first of the series. And the final matchup will be none other than Real OGs versus SlowAimers. So we all had our third matchups. We had two matches of Cobblestone and one match of Short Dust. But the biggest question is, will we see a Cobblestone for the third time, or will we see different maps? Because when it comes to maps, I'm pretty sure that there will be that one map where many people would choose to, go in because of mainly how safe it is for a map pick. Usually they'll just prefer to go in guns blazing, but we just have to wait and watch, see what kind of map beaters do we expect. So aggressive, we've had our three matchups already completed. We had Cobblestone 9095 and Short Dust also ending things off on a 9-1 score line. So we had a lot of aggressive plays. We did have a bit of passive plays too from their end, but we just have to wait and watch and see what kind of match do we get to expect on match number 4 here.
Yeah, real OGs versus SlowAimers could just be a little bit interesting, but at the same time, I don't think we're gonna see a diversity when it comes down to the map pool. Everyone just will prefer to play Short Dust because that's what they've been playing for the longest time, and of course Cobblestone because it's Cobblestone. Things are gonna get a lot more spicy when it comes down to the best of fives, though, and never mind. I've been proven wrong. The caster's curse always exists whenever I speak of something, doesn't it, Baba?
I mean, it includes on both of us, aggressive, let's just face it. But boy, oh boy, am I really excited
It's been a
for
while
match
since I
number
last saw
4.
this map.
Yeah, we haven't seen Boyard quite a lot, but yeah, especially in the dynamic duos, it will be the first. But already there's post plan already been made from SlowAimers, and Real OGs really needs to pick up the
Ooh,
pace
good
if they need to get
shots.
control, and they did. Ended up getting both of them, especially from BC. 2 kills from his names, and with it, we will see Real OG starting things off with a bang.
One each for both of the teams. Pretty strong start coming in from the members of the real OGs. A lot of high ground that you need to take control of. And utility usage here is not as important if I recall correctly, because smokes don't really block many lines of sight on this particular map. Your flash usage is a lot more important whenever you're trying to entry down over to a site. You have to worry about these high ground angles, and you know how important having the high ground is going to be. They do get the plant down, and it already does seem that SlowAimers, they have pre-placed ideas of what they really want to do on this particular map, so they have done their homework. The question is, did real OGs do the same? Joker missed out opportunities. Just take bite the bullet for that one. Good shots coming in from the boss, but he's now on very low HP. Both of them pretty much a blow away from death. Everything is just about the timing. So much noise is being made, and boss, he has everything under control. Last second does not really happen. Beastie gets shut down, and the boss comes in with a clutch.
Patience is key for the T side, especially on post plant. And I'm pretty sure for real OGs, they're just currently playing for post plant, but the time is exactly what will be the biggest challenge for them all. Once again, good smoke placements from SlowAimers. They're utilizing good control from the site. And for real OGs, if they force themselves on a post plant once again, this could spell danger for them, because it is their eco rounds. Only Deegs in hand. Nasty still has one smoke. He could use it to block certain lines of sight. I'm pretty sure he's going to use it on post plant if things go especially on their bad ways. 2 flashes from SlowAimers. They have a total of
Oh
4. But
no!
ooh, great Deeg shot and a good support of that too. Only 8 HP. Boss, he's going to get 2. Oh man. The spray control was it was too committing, man. It was just too risky to go in, but ending up securing that win is exactly what SlowAimers needed, because he was in just 8 HP. Boss was only at 8 HP. He did so much damage, and all it required was just a leg shot, in which, unfortunately for Nasty, couldn't get to secure.
Oh, it's so clean though when you think about it, right? Positioning was nice, and the boss just so aware of his surrounding. Knows what to expect, knows what to try and fight for. One more eco round coming in from the side, and it's gonna be the Joker pushing in a little bit too far, gets caught out with his pants down, and Nasty comes in with the 5-7 to clean things up. You know how strong the 5-7 can be, Baba. This weapon is as deadly as a rifle if you can get into that close proximity. One headshot, and you're done for.
Yeah, 5-7. Once you get the dink, it's very difficult for any of the players to go up against. They'll get their good economies too. 2 AKs in hand, good usage of. I mean, they will have good utilities too. Information will be given. Frag won't be used, but instead it will be smokes. Committed spray that will end up with a wall bang from Joker's end. And Beastie, he's all on his own. He still has good utilities. He's trying to use the smoke against the T side. He's afraid he's going to give his positioning away, so he's going to reposition to a very safe place as of now. Wait for the T side to plant that bomb, give information, but Boss is way too quick for that. I mean, it's better to just get a kill rather than proceed with the post plant, right? Especially when the T side has more than a minute left, so they can just play this as patient as possible.
Yep. Patience is key, and the members of SlowAimers, their name is in it to win it. They know what to expect. Like, just look at them. They're taking their time, they're doing their engagements properly, and they're waiting for the members of Real OGs to just walk into their crosshairs. That's what slow aiming is all about. You don't try to go in for flicks. You don't try to force engagements. You take your time and you let them make the mistakes. And Real OGs, they're making a bit too many mistakes for their own good. They need to be careful of how many fights they're really trying to take. Good utility usage all around. They have the smoke. They can go in for the plant. Everything is clean. And the boss comes in strong with the strike control. But Beastie with the 5-7, how is he doing this every single time? So strong when it comes down to his commitment strats. And the man just swings out with a 5-7 with no care in the entire world and kills the planter and then controls down boss, who was at 1 HP, but still, regardless, good clutch from him.
Good clutch and an amazing nade from Real OGs, but turns out SlowAimers are actually very disappointed in that round loss. And Nasty is very close, has good weapon. He gets the first. Can he get the second? No! Swings in at the right time. And the first half end things off on a 5-3 scoreline. Real OGs, they have secured 3 round wins on the CT side. Good nade usage, good smokes to block off lines of sight from SlowAimers' end. But now, with the swaps coming in play and Real OGs being the one on the T side, the only question that I have to ask is whether if they can come back strong or will they lose that pistol round.
It's gonna be a pretty tough one to try and decide, though. But then again, it's all about the push-ups. You do see a very slow strat coming in from the members of SlowAimers. They're not giving away any noise. They already know the position. No, Beastie! What was that shot? Just turns around and whips boss straight up into the head. Slow aiming in that scenario didn't really help him out. He needed to swing out and maybe find a frag. Things are now looking up for the members of the Real OG. Still a good chance that they can take this round away for their side. But Joker, he has to read and he has something to say about it. The wraparound is good. A possible knife kill could be in the cusps. And he has the timing.
Oh.
And nope, he's not going to take the shot. He's playing it smart. He's playing the long game out here, Mama. And I'm pretty sure his playstyle is what's going to give him the win.
Yeah, Joker doesn't want to give away his positioning just yet. He's just playing it safe. He just want to play it accordingly to time. And he's going to wait for the Real OGs to proceed with post plant and Beastie. If he doesn't get Joker's whereabouts, this could spell danger for him. Plant's been used, a shot to the head.
So smart.
And that is a confirmed win nonetheless. 6-3. They're playing it really good, especially the boost that we saw from SlowAimers was also good teamwork coming in from them. The coordination is working out well. The information is just so working in queue for the CT's end. And for Real OG, that is definitely they're facing a lot of repercussions. Especially on the CT side, they're mainly getting high ground control. But if you take a look at SlowAimers' end, they just want to play very close. Once again, 7-3. 2 rounds remain for them to secure Map Boyard.
As close as you can be, you're still pretty far from the ending. That was a pretty hefty buy coming in. So they're still gonna have enough money to opt to go in for those AKs. So they're one of the deals, I do believe. Yeah, this is not gonna be all too much. Not really the economy to take anything away. And at the very end, it's just a boss coming in for the clutch. Good trades, and look at how much map control they have. They're taking control of two sides of the map. Joker goes to the right side, while Boss goes on the left. They're going in for pincer strats, and these kind of pincer strategies are just so hard to try and take a fight against. You need to whip around instantaneously, use your utility in conjunction. It's not happening. And the members of SlowAimers, they're playing this one smart. They're not relying on their raw mechanical skill whatsoever.
They're just playing your time. Because for CTs, all they have to do is just waste time. And with the broken buys that we've seen from real OGs, no smokes being placed, fake plant, will SlowAimers take the bait? Yes, they do. They're going very aggressive. Molotovs will give away one of the CT's position. Ops being used to cover long-range gunfights, smokes to block lines of sight. And at this point, you could see they don't care about high ground potential from SlowAimers. They just want to fight as close as possible. And that will eventually end up a huge W for them. 9-3 SlowAimers. They will proceed to the next part. I mean, I've got to say, the first half itself, when you see the huge difference between getting control of high ground versus getting control on the side, I'm pretty sure that SlowAimers definitely won that debut.
Guaranteed. It was just quick,
Debate. Debate.
clean thinking. Yep.
Debate, yeah.
It was just
I said debut.
quick, clean. Back to the point that I was trying to make. It's all
Yeah.
about the quick and clean thinking. They played it smart. They used slow aim pretty much. And this is the technical term for it. They're very smart in the way that they do it. They let them walk into their crosshairs. Half the time, I don't even see them flick. Boss comes in with a couple of good shots, yeah, but even when he was playing the op, he just held a corner and just waited. They walked straight into him. And that is the kind of playstyle that I was hoping to see coming out in this tournament. There are a plethora of different styles of aiming, plethora of different styles of how you approach Counter Strike. And this is one of them. You don't rush, you don't try to go overly aggressive. You use your utility to be smart, block off lines of sight, hold angles together, go in for pincer strats, and play together as a unit. And if the members of SlowAimers are like this moving on down the line, I'm pretty sure that even the members of Too Simple that we saw before, they could have a run for their money as well. You never really know.
Yep, too simple. Carnage. I mean, Carnage is innovative plays of the shotgun, and then you have simple with the flick shots that we witnessed, and now the final matchup that we're going to witness: Team SlowAimers using strategy and playing it precise. Especially while they were playing
True.
on the CT side, once they had information on one player, that was more than enough for them to use their smokes to block line of sight. And that's exactly how they're trying to play. They were trying to use teamwork, good teamwork. They even use boost to help one of the players from the side of CT to be at a very advantageous position. They used boost 2 times, one of which did not succeed, especially in the pistol round, but then the second, it did ended up securing the win nonetheless. So smokes being
True.
put to good use from SlowAimers. Flashbangs was used from the T side. Every single round that you see from SlowAimers, you always see them have 2 flashbangs and 1 smoke. Flashes to particularly remove some of the players who are holding one site. Smokes to confirm the plant. And on CT's end, you didn't get to see them use flashes a lot more often. It was just usually smokes to block one player's line of sight. So once they get a kill, trade will be denied, and next thing you know, they would end up with a 1v2 major advantage. So final match for day one, ladies and gentlemen, it will be 9-6 with 14 kills with Boss, 5 kills to Joker, and Beastie with a total of 7 from the side of Real OG. 9-3, yes.
Yes. The classic scoreline. You gotta love it when you see it. But for Boss
Mhm.
Man, 14-4, this guy deserves to have a round of applause. The amount of clutches that this man pulled off, it's incredible to see. But then again, BC and Nasty, they have very good aim, regardless of what happens. Their aim was there, but I do believe they just felt a little bit too uncomfortable on this map. You could see it in their playstyle. They didn't know what to expect. They didn't know how to play this map as well as SlowAimers did. And that's the thing about Counter-Strike. Map knowledge is very important, but especially in a 2v2 wingman situation, if you have good map knowledge, doesn't matter how good of a name your opponent has, you could just flank around them, get a proper timing, shut them down immediately. But hey, that's all for now. Baba, take it away.
Yeah, well, folks, that will conclude day one of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And also make sure to check out Lenovo's powerful gaming laptops. A link is in the description below. And also, I forgot to mention Legion 5i, the most powerful gaming laptop that you will witness as of now. Make sure to check out the link. It's in the description below. And tomorrow we will be back at the same time, 11:30 a.m. IST, which should be slightly in the morning. So we'll be back for day two for tomorrow. Until then, this is me, Baba Gusta, alongside Aggressive and our broadcaster, Assassin 47. And we will see you guys in tomorrow morning. Take care.